This is how to move a conventional radiator from here to here using 15mm copper pipe. So firstly, before anything, I've turned the boiler off and isolated the water feed to the boiler. Secondly, I located the drain off, which on our house is outside. So I've opened that drain off valve, gone all upstairs and downstairs on all the radiators and opened all the bleed valves. What that basically does is just take all the water out of the system. When it comes to soldering, you can't have any water in the system. Right, so I've located the junction point and I've created myself an access of about 3 floorboards, and that should give me enough room to get in there with the solder. So I've made my first cut here at the junction point, and I've done this to avoid any dead legs in the system. And the pipes I need to seal off is this one here and then this one here. I've also gone in the 2 pipes with this wet and dry vac, but I let it sat for an hour and there was still water dripping out this pipe, so I've just sucked all that out. Being as we don't need these pipe feeds anymore, I'm just going to cap them off as close to the original pipe as I can, just to avoid any dead legs in the system. So I've got these 15mm end caps, and I've cleaned all the pipes up using this wire wool and some sandpaper. As I said before, I also drained all the system using a wet vac, and that was basically just to speed up the process of getting all the water out of this system. At this point, I'm ready to apply the flux and start soldering. So this is the flux I'm using, and then also some lead-free solder. So first I'm going to apply this on the pipe, not on the fitting, and then I'll start to heat up the pipe with this MAP gas. I've also cleaned inside of the fitting with the wire wool as well. So I'm just going to push this over and give it a little twist round just to make sure all the flux is on both contacts. And then my plan with soldering is to get this on the underside as best as I can, heat it up from the bottom, and then I'm going to test it every now and then with the solder. If it's mounting up here, then it's definitely hot enough down here, so it will definitely run through all the fitting. But before I do that, I'm just going to clean off any excess flux around the pipe. Not the prettiest, but to be fair, compared to the original one, it's not too bad. So that's the 2 old feeds capped off, so hopefully no leaks there. Next, I need to go back to the boiler side where the original pipes come to feed the radiators, and then create a T off that for the new connections. So this is what we're working with down here. This lower pipe is the flow, so I do need to know what one that is because the new vertical radiator that we've got has a diverter, so the flow will have to be on the side of the diverter. So yeah, that's the flow, that's the return. Basically what I need to do is create 2 T's off that and go straight to this radiator here. But first, before I can take the floorboards up, I need to put the valves in here just so I know where the pipe will need to come up from. I've got the valve kit over here, so what I need to do is fit these in the side of the radiator and then go on to fitting the valves. Okay, so I've got the first flow pipe in. It's not soldered yet, but I didn't film too much of it just because I was a bit busy. So I'm going to film the second one as I did that one from the start. There's the position I've marked on the wall where it needs to come out, and I'm basically just going to replicate it and show you how I use the benders and all that stuff. So I've got the measurement from this one, what I need for it to protrude out the floor, and I've measured that to be around 48. I'm going to measure from where it comes out. So it's about 25, that'll be about there. Then I'll bend it to be 90 degrees straight into this pipe here. So my first measurement is 48, and that's how much I want it to protrude from just under that joist up to the radiator. And then this is the bender tool that I've got. It's a Monument one. What you do is you line where your mark is with that pin. So there's my mark, and line it up with the pin. And then this comes around over the top, hooked onto there. 90 degrees should be at this point here, so. And then all you do is just unhook it. And there's my first bend. The next mark I want to make is the second 90 degree bend to get us to the return pipe. And I want that to be roughly, we go for there. And then the same again. This time I want it bending around this way, so got to line that up with the pin. And then also when I'm doing this, I want to make sure that this is all square as best as I can. All the angles will be off if not. You can also, while you're using the tool, you can look down and just make sure that it's actually square. So I've got it in the position I want it on the wall here. Now I need to measure and mark and cut where it joins to the existing pipework. I'm using these 15mm tees. Put it next to the join. I'm just going to make a mark at the end so the pipe's fully pushed through. Make a mark there. And also on the original pipework, I'm just going to put a mark on each side. So I know that that's the position that I want this pipe to come into. So now I need to cut this original pipe on this mark here and also the same the other side. Make my first cut on the first mark that I made. Cut on the second mark. Okay, so that's that. Now before I do anything else, I just need to make sure it's all in line and everything fits. So I'm going to get my fitting. Okay, so that's on. Right, now all the pipes are cut. I'm just going to put this in position and make sure that everything fits before I start cleaning and soldering. So that's there. That lines up with my markings. And then now I'm going to clean them all up, flux them, put it back to how it just was there. Just going to wipe up all the excess flux that's on the pipes. I'm just trying to hold that in place. I can now get ready to solder. I'm going to do these two outer ones first, and then I need to try and hold that in position while I solder that one. So as I said before, I'm starting at the bottom just because the solder needs to run down from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to heat the top as well. And just every few seconds I'm just checking it with the solder. There we go. When I last left here, I was doing the soldering for the pipes. I've just put these valves on as well, tighten them up, just so I can be ready to go around, repressurize the system and check for leaks. So I'm going to put the boiler back up to 1 bar, and then I can go around the whole house, bleed all the radiators from the furthest one away first, and then work my way back down. I've just been around the whole house, bled all the radiators, they're all running through now. So now all the pipes are bled. I haven't plumbed this radiator in yet just because we haven't finished decorating, so we need to take it back off the wall. But essentially all the pipe work to all the radiators are now repressurized and refilled with water. I've gone round and I can't see any leaks. So what I've basically been doing is just running my finger around all the underside and all the way around all the pipe work that I've messed with. And yeah, as I said, there's no leaks at the minute. The next thing to do will be to turn the heating on, let everything get up to temperature, and then check for leaks again. So I'm just going to put the boiler back up to about 1.2 bars. Turn the boiler on. Turn the thermostat right up now to let the central heating system kick in. So there you have it. That's how to move a radiator from one wall to another using copper pipe. I hope some of you found that useful. There's going to be much more videos coming up in the future of our kitchen. There's a little sneak peek here of what's been currently going on. So yeah, keep your eyes out for that.